there guys, I've got another book review today, and today it is French Lessons by Ellen Sussman. Quack, quack, quack. I originally saw this book on Goodreads when looking for a book for my sorority book club. When it didn't get picked, I had all but forgotten this book. Then I was looking for another one to check out besides Cinder. And this was on the shelf, and I remembered it kind of, refreshed myself, and said, sure, why not? Didn't have high hopes because these aren't my kind of books. I was pleasantly surprised. Good book. I read this book in less than 48 hours. It was great. It wasn't one so gripping that I just could not put it down. I put it down, but I was excited to come back to it and see what continued with the story. This story can be broken up into about 5 parts. The first and last are about the tutors, 3 French tutors living in Paris, and then the chapters in between are about each tutor and his or her student for the day. The first one is about Nico and Josie. Nico is a bleeding-hearted poet, and Josie is a broken-hearted American. The third is about Philippe and Riley. Riley is an expatriate living in Paris with her family, her husband, and 2 children, and she's lonely. Philippe is a horrible flirt. And the fourth section is about Chantal and Jeremy. Chantal is Philippe's girlfriend and just a lovely person overall, and Jeremy is the husband of Dana, a American actor who has dragged him along for the ride while she films a film in Paris. This book is just about the characters and what they learn through their French lessons. The tutors learn a lot, and the students learn a lot, and it's a lot of self-discovery, and it was amazing. I loved this book because it invoked all of the emotions. I felt happy, and I felt sad, and I was excited, and I would say that this is definitely an adult novel. It handles some very mature things, and it was actually a nice break from my usual YA lit. I just barely stepping into the adult world. It was nice to have a kind of reminder that life isn't always perfect, but it's always worth it. As for characters, I think I related most to Chantal. She is very interesting. I may not currently feel all the things that she expresses in this book, but I feel like I have at some point in my life. And there's a specific line she says in this book that just nailed it exactly. I could not have answered the question any better. Jeremy asks her, "What draws you?" Chantal replies, "Language, words, no, not teaching. Perhaps one day I'll write something." That is the only way I could have replied to that question as well. I also really, really liked Josie and Nico and the kind of relationship that they develop. Philippe and Riley I could not connect with as well as the others. Philippe, I can't imagine, I can't even halfway imagine what it would be like to be him or someone like him. And Riley, I don't have a family of my own. I haven't begun a family. I don't know what that feels like, and that's a lot of what her story is about, is her family. So, no real easy connection to be made there. Overall, I gave this book a 5-star review. I loved it. Maybe it's the linguist in me, or maybe it's the French major, or the realistic romantic. Point is, it was great. I loved it. It may not be for everyone, I will admit, but it definitely struck a chord in me and in my heart, and I love it. I can't even really say if you like X and such kind of book that you should read it. It's just, I don't think I've ever read anything like it, really. If the idea of this book interests you and the very adult content matter would not bother or offend you, I would say give this. So if you enjoyed this book review, or you like the extremely stereotypically preppy sorority thing dress that I got going on here, you should give me a thumbs up. And if you've read this book or you got questions about this book, you should put it in the comments, because I love this book and would love to talk to people about it. And if you would like to see more of my face giving you more book reviews and vloggy things, then you should click the subscribe button, which is probably up here, because the side I always go on is always not it. So look here, and if it's not up here, it's up there. And that is how it goes. So have a great week or rest of your week, depending on when this actually goes up. And bye. I really need to get a better sign off.